Hi, thank you for being a subscriber. This week's bonus video is a shorter practice for shoulder strength and flexibility. So if you notice this week the calming practice was pretty long, and some of this work is in the calming practice, but surprisingly I had to sort of edit. The calming practice was supposed to be longer, so during the making of that video I edited a few things down, and this sequence was one of them. So I wanted to release this as a supplemental feature, the complete shoulder sequence. It deals with strength and flexibility in the shoulder joint and the shoulder blade. The only thing you'll need is a block and a strap for this. I'm sitting on the floor, but this can be done in a chair or a sofa. If you are seated in a chair or a sofa, move to the front of the chair because we're going to be taking our arms backwards, like behind us, and I don't want you to hit anything behind you. Okay? Great. So we'll start seated with our arms out in front, and as you inhale, you're going to reach your arms up and back, and exhale, arms come down and forward. So you're going to make the biggest circles you can, and this is moving both shoulder blade and shoulder joints. Okay? And one arm might feel a little bit tighter than its neighbor, so honor the tighter side. Like take the tighter side to whatever comfortable capacity it goes, and then just have the looser side follow the tighter side. But this movement here is as big of a circle as you can make. Inhale up, exhale down and forward. And you'll notice the shoulder blades are doing some movement, and the shoulder joints are moving as well. And so this is how we're designed to maximize our arm range. Let's go the other direction. Okay, and so this is a broad swath of movement. Inhale up and forward, exhale down and back. Work the perimeters, and as things loosen up, maybe the circle might get a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to though. All right. Very good. So this is both shoulder blade and joint movement. The next circle, you're going to meet your hands out together out in front of you. So arms are forward. From here, you're going to draw your shoulder blades into the back. And so I say I vacuum seal them. So you siphon them inward. And now your shoulder blades are non-moving. They are like stuck to the back. And you're going to try those circles again. We'll do both directions, so you can start with whichever direction you want. So with the shoulder blades into the back, that's stabilizing work for your shoulder blade. And now this is strength movement for the muscles that control the joint. Okay? And so you notice, number one, that you don't have nearly as much range if you're trying to keep your shoulder blades from moving. Okay? That's a feature of this. And also you might notice that different muscles are warming up. When you're drawing your shoulder blades into the back, and then you try to move your arms their maximum range, you are highlighting the work of your rotator cuffs. So the definition of the rotator cuffs is they move your arms relative to your shoulder blade. So when they're moving together, you don't use rotator cuff. This highlights the rotator cuffs. So go in the opposite direction. So shoulder blades are drawn into the back. Shoulder blades as best you can don't move, and your arms are moving. And particularly those who've had a history of rotator cuff injury or surgery, honor the surgery sites, honor any injury sites, honor the tighter side. All right, so another couple circles in our second direction here. Rotator cuff highlight. All right, very good. And then exhale, relax your hands on your thighs. And now we give the joints a break, the rotator cuffs a break, and we're going to take the biggest shoulder blade circles that you can. So now it's shoulder blade circles. We're highlighting the movement of the shoulder blades. We're going to go in both directions, but I'm first going up, inward, down, and out, up, inward, down, and out. And then just like in the calming practice, we blend those cues together so this movement becomes more circular. Okay. Notice if one shoulder blade has a greater range than the other one, and as you get used to moving your shoulder blades, you might want to take bigger and bigger orbits. Okay, so, and let's switch direction. So it's not that like small quick circles are useless, it's a different exercise, but I find it really valuable for both strength and flexibility. To make the biggest orbits I can, it takes longer per orbit. Okay, so you sort of get less circles in, but they're bigger, and from my perspective, it's more effective with flexibility in any case. So another couple circles going in our second direction. All right, great, and then drop your shoulder blades down. Notice the warmth around shoulder blade. Notice the warmth around your shoulder joints. All right, and then from here, please pick up your strap, and we're going to take the strap fairly wide. So I'm going to take it like right above the head, and you're going to lead with your thumbs. The tendency is to want to collapse on the thumb side, so you press your thumbs out in opposite directions, and your thumbs maintain that expansion outward the whole time, okay? So thumbs are out, and at this point, my strap is wide enough that's like right above my head. This is the first option. Inhale, you're up. Exhale, keep your thumbs out. There's a little bit of tension on the strap as you take it back. Now, how far you take it back, listen to your shoulder joint. You're going to sort of come over like a maximum stretch range before coming out of that, and then you come back up again and you bring it out in front. Still have your thumbs pressing out to the sides. So there is some tension on the strap the whole time, okay? And you're leading with the thumbs. Now, for some of you, this might be the perfect angle at which to do these shoulder circles, this circumduction of your shoulder. If you want to make this more intense, you would shorten the strap. That increases the angle of your arms, and it increases the stretch across your heart center as you go back. Okay? And so as things warm up, you may be able to take a shorter grip on the strap. And there's no one perfect distance between thumbs. You lead with your thumbs. Especially if you're very flexible, you might want to try a couple different ranges. So I'm going to shorten it for a couple circumductions. All right, and that feels fine to me. So I'll do it once more. And then after a couple times with this distance, maybe I'll lengthen the distance now. So you're exposing your shoulders to a variety of arm placements and a variety of motions. So you can choose a couple more distances between thumbs, and you make 2 or 3 circumductions from circumduction meaning like scribing a circle in the air. So as far back as you can go, and as far forward as you can go. Do that 2 or 3 times per distance, and then you can choose a slightly different distance, and it might have a different effect. Okay. And so we'll conclude that practice here. I'll bring arms in front. We're going to use the strap for the next one, but you can put the strap down. Notice bicep length. Notice any sensations around shoulders, maybe across heart center. All right, great. So like I said, we're still going to use the strap. From here, you're going to bring it out in front, and this is a pretty narrow grip. Okay, and then from here, you're going to try to rip the strap apart for the entire exercise. So start now, and as you rip the strap apart, I'm pretty sure it's probably easy to rip it apart here. You're using some big muscles on the back. To get into your rotator cuff, you're going to rotate your elbows down and try to rip it apart from here. Okay? Now, if you're doing this strongly and your muscles are working at full capacity, you might already be shaking. That's a feature, not a bug. So as long as it doesn't feel unstable for your shoulders, a little bit of shake or a fair amount of shake, as long as it's not destabilizing, that's great. So on inhale, on the count of 5, inhale, and you're going to reach your arms up as high as they go, ripping the strap apart the whole time. That's top of the inhales, top of the breath, and exhale, come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears as you lift your arms up. Inhale, 2, 3. Ripping the strap at full capacity, and come back down. 2. Notice your elbows. Does one elbow want to go out to the side? Bring it in. 5, and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, come down. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do that one more time. Rip the strap apart, full capacity. Elbows in. 3, 4, 5, and rip it apart all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Okay, great. So that was ripping our strap apart using some rotator cuff and some tricep. From here, grab your block, and I'm going to take the block at its widest level. Doesn't have to be, it could be narrower, but I'll just demonstrate like this. So palms onto the block, and just like we tried to rip the strap apart, on this one we're going to crush the block the whole time. So do that now. And notice that it's probably easier if you take your elbows out for a second, so you can use your chest muscles and biceps for this one. We're going to make this a bit more complicated by rolling our elbow points in. Now your rotator cuffs need to do the work. So it's rotator cuff, biceps. I can still feel a little bit of my pecs working. You're going to draw your shoulder blades away from your ears and crush the block on the way up. So inhale on the count of 5. 1, 2, reach your arms up as high as you can. Elbows stay inward. 5, and you come back down. And again, if you're shaking, I feel a bit of shake here. That means you're working at full capacity. That's great. 3 more times here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, come down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And twice more. Draw your shoulder blades in and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, come down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And from there, release the block. Palms on thighs. Couple shoulder circles in one direction. Couple shoulder circles in the other direction. Yeah, so my hope is there's a lot of percolation, sensation around the muscles of your upper arm, shoulder joint, shoulder blade. They feel more vibrant, they feel more present. All right. Great, so that's the shoulder sequence. If this is helpful, feel free to do this once a day or a few times a week. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Take care. Namaste.